My mother-in-law ripped the ultrasound photo in half and said, "This child will never be part of our family." My husband stood frozen beside me, watching his mother drop the pieces onto her pristine marble floor. We'd driven 3 hours to share our miracle. After 4 miscarriages and 2 rounds of IVF, I was finally 16 weeks pregnant. "Mom, please," my husband whispered. "Don't," she cut him off. "You chose this barren woman over the Hartley girl. Now you're wasting our money on science experiments to force what God clearly doesn't intend." The Hartley girl. His ex-fiancé, whose father owned the country club where his parents held court, the one they'd handpicked before he met me, a public school teacher with student loans. For 2 years, I'd endured her passive aggression. The Christmas cards addressed only to him, the family photos where I was cropped out, the birthday dinners scheduled during my work trips. But attacking our baby crossed a line. "We're leaving," I said, picking up the torn ultrasound. "Good. Don't come back until you've come to your senses about this pregnancy." My husband followed me to the car in silence. As we drove, he finally spoke. "She'll come around when the baby's born." I stared at him. "Did you hear what she said? She's just shocked. She called our child an experiment." He reached for my hand. I pulled away. That night, I made a decision. If she wanted to erase our child, I'd document everything. I saved every text where she referred to my pregnancy as the situation, every voicemail asking my husband to reconsider, the email offering to pay for alternatives. At 20 weeks, we learned we were having a daughter. My husband called his mother immediately. "A girl," he said excitedly. I heard her response clearly. "Well, at least if something goes wrong, you won't lose an heir." He hung up and said she was happy for us. I heard her. "You misunderstood." But I hadn't. I gave birth to Grace on a snowy February morning. She had my husband's eyes and my stubborn chin. He posted photos online immediately. Within an hour, his mother commented, "Praying for you during this difficult time." People assumed something was wrong with Grace. Messages poured in. My husband called her, furious. "It was a typo," she claimed. "I meant beautiful time." The next week, she hosted a party to celebrate becoming a grandmother, but didn't invite us. When friends asked where the baby was, she said I was too possessive to share. For 3 months, she never asked about Grace. Never sent a gift, never acknowledged her existence except to tell others I was keeping her grandchild from her. Then my father-in-law died suddenly. At the funeral, she grabbed my husband's arm. "I need you, and my granddaughter. We're all the family each other has now." She reached for Grace. I stepped back. "You said she'd never be part of your family." I was upset. "Grieving your father's illness. He wasn't sick when you said it." She turned to my husband. "Are you going to let her keep my granddaughter from me during the worst day of my life?" My husband looked between us, then took Grace from my arms and handed her to his mother. I filed for divorce the next week. During custody hearings, I presented everything. The journal, the recordings, the screenshots. My lawyer asked his mother under oath if she'd rejected the child. I was processing my emotions. She said carefully, "By calling her an experiment?" The judge reviewed everything. He granted me full custody with supervised visitation from my ex-husband, noting the concerning pattern of emotional abuse from the paternal family. Last month, I received a letter from my ex-mother-in-law. Her handwriting was shaky. The cancer had spread. She wanted to meet Grace before it was too late. She included a check for $50,000 for Grace's college fund. I sent the check back with a copy of the torn ultrasound, taped together. Sometimes protecting your child means becoming the villain in someone else's story. Grace is 3 now. She'll never know a grandmother who only wanted her when it was convenient. That's not a loss. It's a gift.